What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Logan. If you have not yet, please consider subscribing. If you've already subscribed, thank you so very much. I really do appreciate it. Leave a like, leave a comment, let me know what you think about these. Alright, we got that out of the way. So, it is pretty rare nowadays for me to be like genuinely really excited about a release, and it's even more rare for me to actually get the pair that I'm super stoked on, but it came through this time. I'm super stoked. These are the City Market Dunks that released on March 4th for a retail price of $110. These are Dunk SPs, not SBs, not skateboarding, SP. So they're a little bit more exclusive, less production, higher quality materials, and it shows. It really shows. I'm super stoked on these, and I can't even like deny it because like I can't hide it because I'm just really excited as I drop the box to have been able to actually get these, because I've been taking a lot of L's lately. All of the big releases on sneakers, I've just been taking L's and it hurts, but it came through for me when it really mattered. And man, these are so nice. Like, I love these. They remind me a lot of the Community Garden Dunks, which I'll link up there if you don't know what I'm talking about. I did a review on those also, which I am still really amazed by every time I look at them. And then these, they're like super similar to me. The materials, it's, you know, recycled materials, and I'm stoked. All right, so let's get into it. So the upper is pretty much all recycled canvas materials that are supposed to resemble like rice canvas and coffee bag canvas, you know, like what they like package like 50-pound bags of like rice and coffee in. So all of the upper is that material, where it kind of varies. So like along the toe box, it's more of like a woven material, versus the toe box is more like the canvas material. Onto the rear, the green is more of like a plastic kind of material, and then of course all of this is more like the canvas material again. Each pair should be somewhat unique in the patterns. You can see that like the same material is used on both sneakers for like the same placement, but like the pattern is going to be different as I throw them all over the place. So I love shoes like this where like every pair is just a little bit different, but not like how Yeezy says like the Primeknit is a little bit different, but where it's actually different and you can see the difference between pairs. It makes the shoe so much more special, and it makes it a lot more personalized. You know, no one else has this exact same pair, and I love it. So the whole sneaker is influenced by city markets, where you see, you know, different materials being used for packaging as well as like display, and then also like reusable bags, which we'll get to in a second, because these actually have reusable bags built into them, and I think it's so cool. Another super dope design element that Nike just knocked it out of the park with. So if you look on the medial side of both pairs, it's upside down, but you can see that it says Blue Ribbon Studios, which is where Nike kind of gives its employees a little bit of creative freedom, where they're able to come up with sneakers like this. You know, they look at different materials that they can use, and it's really just like a creative studio for Nike. So there's a shout out on this pair to kind of give a nod to the people who actually end up coming up with the designs for shoes like this. And I think that's also really cool, you know, kind of a nod back to the employees, which is dope. So you can see the swoosh is transparent, and it's, I don't know, it's a plastic material, but it reminds me of something, but I can't quite put my finger on what it reminds me of. There's like slight cross hatching through the swoosh, and then on the Nike tab, it's the same material as what's on the tongue, and that's more of like it's a thicker, more like sticky plastic that has like squares in it. Again, there's so many materials, and it's hard to kind of, when you see materials out of place from where you generally see them, it's hard to actually figure out where you know the materials from, and that's what makes these super dope. If we look at the laces, you can see these are like a hemp rope lace. They're flat. I really like that. There are no extra laces. If we look at the tongue, it has this label on here, which is actually supposed to resemble like a nutrition label when you look at food, which ties the whole shoe kind of together because all of the materials used in the shoe are generally used for packaging of foods. So that's dope. And then we have this zipper on both pairs that opens up. Obviously, it's a zipper. And then both pairs have this, but it's a little bag, and I'm never gonna probably be able to fold this back up again to get it to fit. But it's a reusable bag that fits into the tongue, and it says, "Thank you for caring, have a Nike day. Stop using plastic bags, use this one instead, love your home." So freaking cool. Like, maybe I'm too much of a hippie, which I'm really not that much of a hippie, but like, that is so dope. Like, we're actually like utilizing shoes for another purpose, to carry your bags in. Like, shoes don't only have to be worn, like, their only purpose isn't to protect your feet. They can have more purpose to it. And Nike's literally like giving us that opportunity to use that. You could obviously use this for whatever you want it. The pocket is actually huge, which is not the same as like the 420 kind of style SB dunks, where it's like a little zipper on the inside. This is the whole tongue. The whole tongue is a zipper, but it's kind of clear, so you may want to kind of pay attention to what you're putting in there. But so dope. Both, I'm not going to take this side out because I don't know if I'm going to be able to fold it back up to get it to actually fit. But this side also has the plastic bag in there too. I don't know how to explain this material. It's thicker than like a normal plastic. It almost feels like a rain poncho. Like, that's the closest that I can currently think of to tell you what the material of this feels like. And it's super dope. I'm stoked on that. The midsole is just this plain white midsole, and then if we go down to the outsole, it's this grind rubber, which we've seen a few times, also featured on the Community Dunks, which is their recycled materials. You can see little chunks of other rubbers or plastics or whatever they use to melt down and put into it. And this one still has a sticker on it. So this pair also has a lot of padding. It reminds me of a lot more like the SBs, the skateboarding version of the Dunks, because with the puffy tongue, because it has the bag in there, so the tongue feels a little bit thicker, and then you actually have a lot of ankle support on the padding for the sneakers, which you don't really see in normal Dunks. I love when Nike does designs like this that are really special and they're different from everything, and it's really where Nike shines, in my opinion, compared to other brands. Even like Adidas, Adidas could not do this. Like, I love Adidas, I love Yeezys, I have so many pairs of Yeezys. They just don't do stuff like this, and that's why Nike is still number one. Like, I'm sorry, you may disagree, but like, the designs and the materials that they use and the creativity that they put into certain releases like this, not all releases, okay? Don't take me wrong, a lot of them get very repetitive in colorways. But when they do stuff like this, it just really shows who's on top and who really has the most creative power in the industry. And Nike is, to me, one of the best. They are the best. So Adidas also kind of has their recycled material releases, and the one that comes to mind immediately is obviously the Sean Witherspoon collaboration, where they did like the Super Earth, and now the ZX 8000 is coming out. And those are like cool, but not like this. Like, those have the threads hanging off, and I want to cut them off. Like, it's just not as refined as these releases, and those are dope. I love Sean Witherspoon. I think he's a dope dude. Really, you know, he took the community by storm with the 97s. Dope dude. Love his designs. Love what he does. But like, both of those pairs, like, I don't want either of those. I would never wear either of those. I just don't like them. But when Nike does something like this, it's so fantastic, and it just really drives it home as to who can really do designs like this the best. Love this pair. Never selling this pair. I'm gonna wear them. Resale on them is around, well, it was around 400. Now I think it's like 300, but I really foresee these going back up, just like the Community Garden Dunks. Stonks. It's like those are hovering around 400, I think. I don't know. I don't really pay attention to resale prices after I get a pair that I know I'm keeping. So, dope pair. If you have the opportunity or the funds, I would highly suggest putting these into your rotation, because they're just really cool and really unique pair. And I'm super stoked to have them in my collection. Like this video, please do consider subscribing. I'm posting new videos all the time. Leave a comment, let me know what you think about these, and leave a like if it helped you decide if you like these or not. Thanks so much. Good luck on your next cop. Take care.